And we are live. Hello, everyone.
How you doing, guys?
Apologies.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
And you might have heard us chuckling over the intros there. Well, we've had a bit of a nightmare. And you might notice this isn't PokerStars VR. And we will explain in a bit as to why we're back into real VR fishing. And it's a bit of a shame, but there you go. So, yes, this is InQuest VR. Welcome, everyone. I am here with my two good friends. I have... Oh, I've forgotten what I was going to say. It's a Scottish game of VR, and it's Taznic Gaming. I was going to say, you cannot take my freedom. That's what I was going to do. Crash Taznic, but it's so hyper. So, what is InQuest VR? You may well be asking if you weren't with us on episode 1. It's all about streaming from within a game, which we've already found it's been turning out to be a bit of a nightmare, and hence why we're back in real VR fishing and not in PokerStars. For some reason, we couldn't get any audio. You could have listened to me, but you wouldn't have heard these two guys. So, as much as I love my own voice, you know, that's not what the show's about. So, yeah, we've come back into real VR fishing for episode 2. And maybe that's the way that we go moving forward as well. We're hoping that we're talking to a few developers about having private lobbies and things. So, you know, we will do maybe specials or something. It's something we've got to work on. And, yeah, it's not until you really start trying these things that the issues really start happening. So, yeah, InQuest VR, it's all about streaming from within the Quest headset on a multiplayer game. And we are back in real VR fishing today, so a bit later on we're going to do a bit more fishing. Maybe I'll get another Mako shark, hopefully. And yes, I think that we need to get on with the first section, which you might notice that I have a little intro. Taz has been playing this week.
What have you been playing, dude?
So, what have we been playing?
Guys, his Wii remix.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've been quite diverse in my games this week, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start off with Upategrad. We call it Upategrad. It's a brand new release coming out. That's the one. A brand new release that's coming out on Oculus Quest. And it's actually I'm going to call it a grapple Spider-Man grappling puzzle game, because basically you've got your two arms that are basically winch plungers that you fire up into the air that can only grab certain surfaces, and you basically propel yourself through the levels of a space station, and you got to make your way through to this Upategrad space station. And it's absolutely fantastic because it's so immersive that you got one you can shoot with one hand, you can shoot the other with the other, but you've got to literally propel yourself. So you're literally pulling yourself through the levels, and with the certain surfaces that you can use, it just makes it more of a challenge, because sometimes you can't cross a certain path without swinging and jumping and different things.
Litnox VR said, Midlife, Taz, what's up? Litnox VR said, Scottish here?
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, getting up and over, and it's when you start going through caverns and stuff.
Litnox VR said, Can't hear midlife.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I actually like the best bit the best bit I came across though, which was further on in, I lost my hand. The best bit was actually when you got to a certain point and you got like your thrusters, so you could propel with your winches and your plungers, but then you could also press I think it's the grab buttons, and you could actually use them as thrusters, and you had to actually propel yourself as well as thrust to get through the next bit.
Yeah,
And it was really cool, and they were in underwater and stuff like that. Yeah. Bit like Iron
That's
Man.
right.
You sort of feel like Iron Man in a way, but it's only that short propulsion, if you will.
Mhm.
No, no. Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, it's cell shaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick said, Gita midlife.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I loved it. Right. No, that's why I say the puzzle elements there, yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. No, that's what I like about it. That's what I like about it is the puzzle element. You know me and puzzles, Tetris, things like that. I really love the puzzle element, but also the narration. Like, when you got to the screens and you had the interactive videos, the humor is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. But very well done, cell shaded graphic.
Yeah, I played it as well. I found I was using the thumbsticks a lot more than maybe I should have. But at first, until you get used to that momentum, like you're saying, and the swinging. But I like the fact that you have to get the generators going again. By going through the certain mazes, like you were saying there, and you've got the turnstile kind of yellow doors, and then you've also got to take did you take the grills off the top that exposed the fans as well? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Mhm.
Sure, yeah. Oh wow. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rattlehead 9026 said, Can't hear you.
Right.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Right. That's right. And I'm going to
Exactly.
talk about that as well.
One or the other. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Definitely.
Chalk-eye said,
Alright, what did I get myself
I
sorted?
think only hear
Okay,
bits
so
and
Gorn,
pieces.
everyone's favourite game, has made it to the Quest, baby. Woo! Hell yeah! It is a gore fest. It is absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. I've actually had the pleasure of playing it before. I think it was via Steam VR, so I've actually managed to try it out. But I tell you what, it is so much better on the Quest because one, it's wireless, which is what everyone wants in a game. It is so brutal. I even tried myself. I was actually played the giant mode where you can actually be huge, and then you have all these little dudes, and you're whacking away. You got like your what do you call it? Your weaponry and everything, and you basically can just take them all out. That's right. That's got to. Yeah,
That's
you can easily destroy it. It was an awesomest mode. That was really cool. I was actually good at that one. And then I tried the big head mode. So you got a big head. You would have seen that in like Blood and Truth and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely fantastic, guys. But the main thing about Gorn is the gravity. I didn't actually play too much with that one, but I do know it's there. Yeah, yeah. And they go flying. Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
But the best thing I like about it is, obviously the brutality on it is quite extreme. You can see why it's R18 and everything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But what you'll find is you can literally tear their limbs off. You've got a blood thing you can turn on as well. There's a lot of customization that they've really added to the game, and that just makes it, like it's all right going and just bashing people up and hitting them and tearing them apart, but they've made it fun. The aspect is there. It's an arena-style gladiatorial game where you've got to come out victorious by taking on waves of them. And obviously, it starts off. It's like a tutorial, I guess, to start with. You can actually play and actually walk by strolling if you want and pulling yourself. So that's quite cool. That's really immersive. Yeah. To walk and then you can punch and right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Right. Literally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spiking is good. Yeah, almost. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The eyes
The
falling.
bruising and the eyes.
Yeah, and a comic strip. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To hit them. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's designed around fun. Obviously they have to make it R18 because of the gruesomeness of it though. Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like flies. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
gets repetitive. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Throwing them on the spikes. That's the best bit.
Yeah, that was my best bit.
The
I've
spike.
thrown them up.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Throwing them up. Maybe just put an arm on the spike. Depending
That's
if you're
it.
in giant mode, you can even reach up to them.
That's
But
it. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. But I
Mhm.
noticed one thing I did notice that I haven't come across on the Quest version. They've obviously altered it. Is you could actually pull out their heart and things like that on the Steam VR version that I'd played. They've taken that sort of thing. They've taken bits and pieces away. No, it's part of it, but
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah,
get like
yeah.
credits and points and things for it. But
Right.
they've taken that aspect of it away out of the Quest. So they've taken some little aspects out of it,
All right.
which is a bit of a shame. But there's obviously reasons for it.
Uh-huh. I didn't know
but-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's it.
What's
That's
that?
it.
What's that then?
Right, okay, so since the last episode, as you'll know, guys, I've dusted down the old Oculus Go, and I wanted to jump in again, and I wanted to show you guys two experiences that I did, which was the Blade Runners. So it was basically the only reason why I did that is I wanted to showcase the quality of these experiences on basically a basic mobile headset, which is basically a Gear VR if you think about it like that. You know what I mean? But I mean these experiences are simple, but I really enjoyed them, and I thought that my subscribers and you guys had the right to see it as well if you hadn't already seen it. The first one, I think there's one that's called Mind Labs, and the other one is, I think it's just, I can't remember exactly the name, say Capture. That one is roughly about 4 minutes, where you're basically just following the guy that you're after in his flying car, and you're trying to capture him, and you're using your headset to put an indication around the car, so that you can trace it and drive it. Yes, no. Exactly. And then the second one, what it is it's more into real life characters, where you've got the the nurse figure who scanning your brain for memories of you going after this other guy again and assassinating them. Thinking that he's a robot, but unfortunately he isn't, and basically it's just that's the kind of style of gameplay, and I just thought it was fantastic for the kind of headset. It's real actors. It's actually real actors. Yep. In that
Wow.
experience, I think for. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that the one with the gill in as well, midlife? Is there a gill in that one as well? A gill actress in that one that you're talking about, I think. Yeah. Right.
Right. Okay. I love it. Mm-hmm. Right.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Definitely. Okay.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Mm. That's it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right. Right, okay. Oh, I've played this. Yeah, I have played
Okay.
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right.
Uh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. Under table, aye.
It's okay. Yeah.
Aye.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Wow.
have played that.
Sounds like fun.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow.
Definitely. So, the on the Oculus Quest, the main game that I've been playing, and I'd like to focus on is I Expect You to Die.
Welcome, Agent. This being your first day, we have a lot to cover. You may think you already know what it takes to be a spy, but I wouldn't get too comfortable. You need to be quick, clever, and most importantly, inconspicuous, in order to outsmart our nemesis, Dr. Zor. Our previous agents were, well, less than successful. You'll surely be faced with increasingly deadly situations. But with your superior wits and your love for danger, I'm sure you'll be our top agent in no time. But to be perfectly honest, and with all due condolences, I expect you to die.
Yes, it was the first time that I had played it, I'll be honest with you. I've obviously heard it, it has been out on various other headsets for a while now, but it was the first time I've ever played it on the Oculus Quest 2, yeah.
Oh.
Yes, yeah. Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one they're cleaning, yep.
Yeah. Right. With the fish tubes in it.
The chemicals,
Yeah.
exactly. And then you get...
If you get it wrong, boom.
Exactly. It's yeah. It's when you go into the locker and you're opening it up and you're trying to get the guy's ID card, and then you find that there's a picture from to the mum from the kid, and then you have to look at it about 3 or 4 times and then realise that that's the last formula for the chemical, so that it destroys the bomb. If you know what I mean. And but it's really
You've
good.
got to make so many.
Yeah,
That's
you have to do it like 3 or 4 times, because you have to make one that cuts through the chains as well, the copper chains.
Yeah.
But it's really good, really well made. So it's a single person seated experience where you are set in like a 60s or 70s detective. And like Midlife said there, you have various missions that you have to go through by collecting items and putting them together and trying to solve the mission so you can actually get out. But we do expect you to die. That's the main thing. They do expect you to die. I've died that many times, guys. Thank God for editing in my videos. You haven't seen half yet, I'll be honest with you. You'd be there for about 4 hours on the same mission if you did. The
Bond.
Yeah, exactly. but you can tell that the developer is, which is Shell Games, is really passionate in it, just by the graphical way that they've done it, and by the main theme tune as well. Where, like you're saying there, it's got that 007 detective theme tune to it. If you know what I mean. And I really loved it, and I am still continuing playing it. From what I'm aware, it roughly has, I think it is 5 levels, or it might have 6, because there was a DLC that dropped, I think, on the PS. Where you got the final sixth level, but I'm not sure if that's actually in the Oculus one yet. But if you
Martin inside VR
the channel, you'll find out eventually.
Said, "Hey guys, hope you're well."
Exactly.
Rocket Tommy said,
You can't.
"Hello
can't hear me,
there.
guys.
Just wanted to say he
Oh, that's not
can't stay." Rocket Tommy said,
Ah,
Go.
let me-
"Gotta
let me-
get up
let me-
early in the morning."
Hello, Nick.
How you doing?
Rocket Tommy said, "Have a great
How you
episode."
doing, InQuest? Hi guys, and welcome to InQuest VR. My name's Scottish, and on today's video we are checking out VR fishing again because we had that slight problem earlier.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Look,
Maybe I just talk. Yeah, maybe I just talk quieter when I'm actually describing the game.
you, you've really got to give it up though for Shell Games though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We forgot the cards for Poker Stars.
Yeah.
You need to bring a deck of cards out midlife. Then we can play poker on the table here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh well, you know, I'm always doing something with my hand. Oh, probably adjusting my headset. Yeah, just adjusting
That's
my
it.
headset. But
Right. Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Exactly. Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
Oh, superb. Mhm. Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
A sequel.
That's it. Exactly.
That
So am I.
might be 008.
It might be. It might be. Mhm. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, because
That's
it's
it.
based around a sitting experience, isn't it? At the moment, whether or not they make
Yes.
it more
Yeah.
of a walk around, utilize the space. That would be quite.
That's
handy.
right. Definitely.
Martin inside VR said,
At a table.
"Is Angry
Yeah.
Birds any good, Taz?"
Yeah.
The window cleaning. Yep, and the winter lodge, yeah. Mm-hmm. no, no.
Did you eat the sandwich, though, Scott?
That's it. Yeah, it's the fact where the guy goes, kid on to be a window cleaner, somebody's watching you, and you turn around and the guy's ready to shoot you.
That's just window cleaning. It's all
That's
good.
it. That's it. Yeah. But I mean,
you actually got in the window. Yeah, you had to get in the window itself as well. That was done well. It was so well done that
That's
it's,
right.
it's so intricate. Yeah.
yeah, it's made for
Yeah.
it, and that's it. Aye. That's right. Exactly. Yeah, I Loved it. I highly recommend it to anybody. Yeah, and
As long as
what
you
you
didn't pull off
been?
the scaffold.
Yeah, that's all right. And I was going to ask what you've been playing midlife for that. Oh, no.
Oh. What's he done? Awesome.
Martin inside VR. Said. Can't hear midlife.
All right. Right. All right. Uh, right. Oh. Right. Oh, okay. Not tried one. Right. Ah. Hello, my dear. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Martin inside VR. Said. Wave if you can hear and you're okay, man.
Oh, yeah. When it phones in. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
The Scottish Gamer VR. Said. On no guys, my internet has went IFF. The Scottish Gamer VR.
Yeah.
Said. Off.
All right.
The Scottish Gamer VR. Said.
Yeah.
Midlife,
Sounds a
we
little
can't
like
hear you,
Where-
M8.
Werewolves Within. I've never played it, but I've seen bits of it. Similar sort of style to that. Right. That's right. Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Didn't mean to shoot you.
The Scottish Gamer VR
Uh,
said, not working midlife.
right.
The Scottish Gamer VR said, the stream is quiet and you can't hear you or the game. Chat said, bit and pieces comes through sometimes.
Oh, no. The stream's still streaming midlife, I can tell you that. Everything seems to be working fine, I think.
The Scottish Gamer VR said, there is no sound, guys. The Scottish Gamer VR
my stream on. Hold on, let me just
said,
just talk.
and you can't see Taz.
Let's see. It could be live. Oh.
The Scottish Gamer VR
Hang on, midlife.
said,
Let me just catch up.
then you can. Martin inside VR said, are you okay midlife?
Mm. Yeah, no, you're not in midlife, sorry. I'm here, guys. I think you can still hear me.
You can hear Taz.
Let's let midlife try and sort
Yeah.
some settings while I'm on about another game that I've been playing that I forgot about actually.
Oh, there you
A
go.
really awesome game, remade from the, I think it was the 80s it came out on Commodore 64. You'll probably know what I'm talking about. Beachhead. But in VR, it's called Beachhead 2020. I managed to get early access to this to be able to play on my Oculus Quest. And I tell you what, it is absolutely brilliant. It's a turret gun. You basically control yourself in a turret, and you're shooting all these soldiers on a beach and defending the beach, where you've got planes flying at you, you've got tanks, you've got missiles you can launch at helicopters, you've got heaps and heaps of choppers coming at you. It is absolutely done so well, fantastic, guys, in VR, and you can twist and turn around in the turret.
People hear me now?
You've got people coming up behind you. Awesome. So definitely check that
Martin
one out,
inside
guys.
VR
Beachhead VR
said, you okay midlife?
2020.
I'm good, Martin. Thank you.
Coming
Can
soon.
people hear me? Oh,
Yeah, we can hear you midlife. It sounds like, yeah.
okay. So hopefully we got the sound back there. Some apologies, everyone. This has been a nightmare stream. This one. After we should have just stuck to this.
Martin inside VR said, now yes.
Sorry, not to worry.
Yeah, excellent. Cheers, Martin.
So what Scottish obviously got an issue?
Yeah,
with it?
I've got speech coming through on the headset and everything now, so I don't know why, but everything had turned itself
Cool.
off, so I can hear people now. Thank you for letting us know. Sorry about that, guys. Really
Martin
do
inside
apologise.
VR said,
Apologies, everyone.
got
These
me
things
worried
happen
there,
in live
buddy.
streams.
Yeah, me, Martin. So I've rambled on for no particular reason about games, and so I was just saying about Bullet Roulette and how I thought it was a short fun game for a short period of time, really. And now Taz is talking about Beachhead. Carry on, Taz. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I've been playing Beachhead 2020 in VR. Now it's based on it's been remastered from the Commodore 64 and the old arcade game back in the 80s. In full glorious VR. Now the graphics, the audio is absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. It's in early access at the moment, so it's coming soon, and there's only certain bits of it available. So you've got like arcade mode, and I believe it was survival. Yeah. Now the survival, it's nowhere near as easy as it looks. I can tell you, you might have about 10 different helicopters coming in at you, which you've got certain missiles you can shoot, and glorious explosions, absolutely boom, fantastic, and you can turn yourself around. I don't know if you can see me turning the game here, but you can turn yourself around and control this turret. So you've got to get your hands. Where's my hand? You get your hands and you grip these two controls for this to control the gun, and you can move the gun up and down. I actually play it stood up myself, and you can bring the gun right up.
Martin inside VR
right up and
said, "Ladies and gentlemen, he makes me giggle."
It's actually fantastic, and taking out all these different soldiers running at you on the beach, coming in off the water. Fantastic, guys. So well done. You've got to give it up to the devs.
Is it just one area, Taz? Is it just one area that you're playing in and you're shooting in, or?
Well, at the moment, it's done on a beach, as I say.
So there's just one level.
Beach, but there is a city.
Oh, there's a city as well.
A city they're bringing in, but I can't access that yet. And looking at the trailer, I don't know if you got the trailer.
No, I haven't, unfortunately. Yeah.
The trailer is absolutely fantastic. It looks. It's so well done. And apparently, I think you can get like hand weapons, and there's all different tanks and things, planes, different types of helicopter, Cobras, all kinds of different helicopters in it. There's a lot more to it yet, so it's only really just touching the surface with it. But what I've seen of it looks like it's got a lot.
Do you think it'll come to the Quest on its own? Do you think there'll be enough interest?
The Scottish
there?
Gamer
I
VR
think so, or if
said,
not to the Rift anyway. But
"Midlife, look more to the left as you are cutting Taz off the screen, M8.
Possibly.
Apparently, I'm cutting you off a little bit. Oh yeah. No, so I'll look that way. I got you.
Oh, sorry. You can
the headset.
The
so here we go.
Oh.
So you should be all right now. Poor old Taz.
No worries. There I am. Hello, everybody.
Poor old
Hello.
Taz. I can move over. There we go. I'm sitting on the edge of the floor now. Are you coming back in, Scott?
The Scottish Gamer VR
I thought you were putting
said, "Right.
Yeah, cheers, guys. This is just you're gone again. This is just going to be one of those streams that we sort of write off. It'll be easy to edit because there won't be anything left of it. It'll just be like little 5-minute sections. Yeah, so that does sound interesting. I did remember playing Beachhead on the Commodore 64, and it was one of those games that you inched your way forward in again. You sort of, because it had the gun turrets bit, if I remember right, and then didn't it have, then the next section was planes coming in, so it might be then the next section was battleships out at sea, the way they divided the game up. And I think the second one, Beachhead 2, the sort of roles were reversed, so you were almost coming in, you started off on the ship, and I think you were shooting the planes.
Martin inside
then you were trying
VR
to get to the beaches, I
said,
think. So I wonder if they're going to.
"It's a great franchise."
Okay.
Cheers, Martin.
Well, hopefully they're meant to be bringing the bulk of it together. So,
no, I look forward to that.
Did you know?
The Scottish Gamer VR
I didn't actually
said,
know this because reading on Steam and different
"I have
things
internet,
into it.
but my
Did you
headset
know that
isn't
there was a
charging
big
with this
ship,
cable, so I'm on
2000, I think it's
4%.
called,
Okay.
That they actually brought into VR. There was a little bit of a VR done somehow on there. I didn't know too much about it. Back in 2000, though. So something to look into, guys, as well.
No, it's interesting how they're doing these things, and obviously one of the things the other games that I tried out was the demo of 1976 Back to Midway, which
Awesome.
is based on the same thing. So it's an old arcade game, and it's made it's made from the point of view of being outside of the cabinet, and you see it from sort of top down again. But then every so often,
Yep.
you have to. It takes you to an immersion zone, and then you fly into. There's like a gold sort of. It's almost like a broachy type thing, isn't it? That you fly into that brooch, that badge, and then it goes into an immersion. Oh, Taz is off.
Martin
Taz is
inside
going for a
VR
wander, and
said,
No.
"At Scott, hope you
I'm
get it
sorting my dog
sorted."
out. Sorry, you have to shoot my dog.
Taz Scottish is at 4% on his battery. That's why he's out. So it took us
Martin
that long
inside
to get going
VR
today. We've flattened our battery.
said, "Great game midlife."
Cheers, man. Yeah, so you fly into those, and then the immersion zone has got different viewpoints. So the first one will be, like you say, you're flying from within the plane, and it's you're off again. So you're flying from within the plane, and you're the same controls because you're using the rudder, so you can play it either again with the thumbsticks, a bit like warplanes, or you can use the rudder. And I was using the rudder, and you're actually flying this plane and shooting, and it gives you targets to hit. So you've got the planes flying in, and you've got to hit a certain number of targets beforehand, before you can sort of progress to other levels, gain points, and things like that. But unfortunately, at the moment, the demo is just the one level. They're hoping a little bit later this year that the whole game's going to come out. But
Martin
that's
inside VR
that's on side
said,
quest at the moment. And definitely
"Well, New
worth-
Zealand is down under."
I managed to try that demo
yeah.
as well.
What did you think?
Really
Did you
awesome,
like
yeah,
it?
Especially the immersion.
Yeah.
The immersion. Well, I haven't done probably as much of the game
Oh
as
god,
you, but I did get to some immersion points. I mean, I die a
Yeah.
lot, as you know, and that much for Tazzy to die.
Crash
But
Taznic.
the immersion points I found were really cool. You had to fly through.
Yeah.
You had to fly
Yes.
through some
Yeah, that-
tunnels that are made up of like.
That
I don't know,
reminds me
old dinosaurs that
almost
we-
a little
we
bit of
invented,
Afterburner or something like that. That would be that sort of thing, or Panzer Dragoon, the same sort of things. You got sort of columns, and you're flying through columns and archways and things like that. But yeah, that's definitely worth checking out. And you just keep on replaying the level, and you can. The coins that you collect, you can use to buy and upgrade your weapons. And I think I've got mine all up to about level 7. I just kept replaying and replaying. I was getting egged on by little
Martin
bots
inside
to
VR
try and finish.
said, "Loved
it.
that game."
So I was,
Yeah.
but I played it for probably an hour or so, just on that one level. But I absolutely love, in the arcades. I was never into the fighting games. Hey, somebody's at the door. He's at the door. Scottish, welcome back. Please come in. Please come in.
Come in if you're Henson.
Nightmare. Do you know what?
I'll stand here
Yeah.
because Taz is getting.
Yeah, I'm
off.
gonna move you round. I don't know why. This is like one nightmare of a
Martin
stream, innit?
inside VR said,
That's it.
Awesome.
So that
Hey.
cable
Yeah,
that I bought
yeah.
today, it must just be
Yeah.
a data cable and not a.
Oh,
charging
really?
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
But whatever.
Anyway,
I mean,
anyway.
we all know we've all done streaming and video editing, and if anything will go wrong, it will go wrong for me. And I'll tell you, it's like I have
in a
so
live
many,
anyway, you never
so
know,
many
so-
issues. It's surprising that I've done as many streams
worry.
as I've done, really, because like some of the bits of equipment were almost going out the doors this week. Up in the space, I was going to
Yeah,
drop
definitely.
kick them because it's been a nightmare this week. But hey ho, we're still here. We're still streaming. We're still talking about games, and it's because we do love
That's it,
VR.
sure.
Hence, we're here having a bit of
So
fun.
now that Scotty's back, I think we should jump into. I believe we've got a bit of a giveaway. I believe.
Well, actually, we are gonna
Yes.
do that in the next section, which is future games.
I just thought we'd Scott being better.
But before he goes again.
So I heard. So when I was off there, I heard you talking about that.
Future releases.
So future releases.
VR recommendation of the week.
Martin inside
So,
VR.
the future
Said.
releases. So one
Drum
of the
roll.
things we all got to play was Guardian this week, which was a pretty cool experience. Again, it's in beta, and I think it's gone into like a closed beta now. I haven't tried it since to see if I can still play it, but it's looking interesting, isn't it? I'll let you two guys talk because I've talked quite a bit and nobody's heard me. but yeah, I think for me. I think the areas are quite sparse, and the animations at the moment of the enemies are quite sort of basic, aren't they? But you can see what they're trying to do. Taz is. Oh, what? Oh, no. I bet you can hear me though. Oh. Here we go.
Oh, hang on, you got a trailer.
Yeah, it's going, mate.
There's a trailer playing.
I can see why GT doesn't do it in game anymore. I dug my own hole this week.
Yeah, we're back. You're back.
It's amazing.
Gremlins.
I believe we're back. There's Scott
Yep.
with me. Yep. I'm watching the stream as
So anyway, we're talking about Guardians, and
Yeah.
and obviously, I was saying about how basic the game looks at the moment, but you can see from the gameplay what they're intending on doing, and it's either a co-op or player versus player. Now, we didn't try to player versus player, but we all played multiplayer games together. And what it is, it's a bit like a wave shooter where you're in a tower defense, isn't it? I think that's the best way you can describe it, but in first person.
It's a first-person shooter.
Martin inside
With
VR
an RTS real-time
said,
strategy game.
"It's a
Because
quirky
everything
looking
you can
game."
do to upgrade and different, you can place different things in your area to help you out. So you can have like a mech if you want. You can place a little combat duel.
Yeah.
He's quite cool, and he doesn't do a lot though. They die easy.
No, exactly.
And basically, you can have a little turret that shoots anti-air missiles. There's a whole heap of things that you can put in, but it's done in real time. So you could be getting shot and think, "Oh, I need a turret, quick!" And you can try and get a turret and put there. But otherwise, it's a first-person shooter, so you're shooting the rubbish out of everyone, and getting enemies coming at you in waves, and that gets stronger and stronger. The level is really difficult, if you will. It's not as easy as you think. Like, it's not just a simple shooter. They really do attack you. And me and Midlife jumped in together before we got Scott in with us, and we actually tried to go. And I tell you, we
didn't even make it past the first level, and that was just on the normal setting. I think it wasn't even on the hard difficulty.
Oh, normal.
And they sort of come, and you got to defend. We weren't dying so much ourselves, but you're defending like a reactor, aren't you? And there's something that's bringing crystals in to feed the reactor, but you're basically trying to sort of defend the reactor, and they don't sort of shoot you so much. They just go straight for the reactor. But because they're so direct, it's like when so many of the enemies come, and the bigger ones take quite a bit of shooting as well. And your gun, until your gun upgrades, because you don't get them that regular. Until you get a decent upgraded gun, or you can put a turret up or something like that, you don't stand a chance. So at the beginning of the game, you only have a limited amount of funds to spend on, and things like the drones were the droid drones, they were okay because they'd walk off and you could set them up to attack. But until you got money for a mech or something like that, you didn't really stand a chance. And it was only when the three of us got together, really, I think we really saw the true depth of that game,
we did
because
well.
we lasted for quite a while, and we were you once you survived the wave, you move to the next section of the map, and then you move again. But the thing
that's
I
right.
found difficult
That's right.
was
And there's
you've
mechs, I
got
think
your
there is.
mechs, and you've got your sort of android droids, and you have to select each one individually rather than be able to select them as a group. You would select them individually,
Well,
and you
I
have
think
to.
that- I think you can use them as a group.
Well, I did in the end, but
got
I
a
think it
feeling
was
I
by
didn't do
accident.
it.
And I had about 10 of these
Yeah.
droids, and it was like I was in Star Wars, and I had the battalion with me, a couple of mechs. But then you have to, when
Yeah.
you get to a certain point, because they will, if they encounter an enemy, they will shoot it and kill it. But yeah,
right,
I
yeah.
just ended up not
Yeah.
bothering commanding them. I just had them following me about, and they were a bit like my own protection, because
Yeah.
it just got a little too fiddly. You know,
Wow.
I wonder if
It was your arm.
yeah,
was like-
I wonder if what will happen is you'll find that one person, if you play in a team, each person will have a different role, and maybe one person will get all the mechs and things like that, and just spend their time commanding. Because if you're shooting and then trying to command the mech at the same time, by the time you'd selected it, because I was just constantly clicking on it, going, right, I want you to defend here, and it wouldn't, and I'd turn around and go to walk off, and the
Yeah.
thing just followed me still, and I was like, and it was go,
Did you do the drawing though, midlife?
yeah,
Like you
yeah,
draw
no,
in
I
front
was,
of them,
it
you
would,
draw
it
the
would,
line of where
it
you
would
want
do
them to go.
like, it says something like understood or something like that when you selected and set it
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and yeah, so I think, oh right, it's going to go and it's going to stand here and defend here, and yeah, and I walked off and I turned round and there's 20 of these things just following me about still, so I just got fed up with that and I just used it to my advantage, so and just headed towards an enemy when it came, and of course they just shot it that way, but then as the enemies
Yeah.
got bigger, it just didn't work for me, that side of it. But it's early
Yeah,
on,
you
so
certainly
they've
need
got
to-
a lot to do to it. But you can
Yeah.
see that there's a lot of potential for a fun multiplayer or sort of tower defensive shooter there.
Sure.
Yeah, what did you think, Scottish?
Yeah. Did you enjoy it, Scott?
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, I didn't play a long time with you guys. If you, I mean, I like the concept of it, and like you said, the graphically there is a long way to go. Because as you remember, when I was playing with you guys, I had a glitch, and I ended up.
Oh yeah, I
doing
jumped
the
off
layers,
because
and
you can jump as well. So you got
Yeah.
these tower points. I forgot to say about that. They've got these towers in the middle of nowhere, and you can actually teleport and leap.
Yeah.
So you can leap on the top of them and sort of use those as defense points. And I leapt and I went straight over the top of it, off the edge of the map, and was just down underneath the map and couldn't get back. And you have to wait for us all
That's
to
right,
die. Or the wave to finish to come back. So, you know, that's to be
wave to
expected.
finish.
It is a beta at the moment, and it's, like I say, it's gone into closed
Exactly.
beta. So they're working on it, and I hope, you know, that I'm sure they will.
They're meant to be bringing it to
bit
the
more
Queen.
polish in it, and do the interactions. If they can iron that out, and maybe not make them so tricky, maybe, I don't know, change the button layout, or give the option to do the button layout so it's a bit simpler. Then I think they could have a bit of a sleeper hit there, because there's nothing like it. You know, that we've got multiplayer.
Well, it's similar in a way to Farpoint, isn't it? If you think of Farpoint with the
Visually, I
spiders
think
and things like that, and you've got your gun.
at the moment
Yeah.
it's the poor man's version of Farpoint. In some of the enemies look a little bit like it, but I think if you went back to Farpoint, you would be like, no, it's nothing. You know, it's nothing like Farpoint. It hasn't got a story at all. There's no story, so
Exactly.
it's just basically you select your zone, and you've got to get from A to sort of Z, and we've never got to Z. I don't think we got past C, to be honest, do we? But
My mate didn't
but-
follow me, so I went back to get him and died.
yeah, but again, we only played it for one evening, and we had fun in it, I would say, and that's the thing. It's the interaction between one another, and you're all off doing your own little things. And I think the people that play it seriously, I think they will all go, right, you're going to be the gun ho guy that goes out and sort of almost saying where they're coming from and taking the odd one out. You're going to be the guy that sits and defends the tower, and you're going to set up all the mechs around it and just keep, because you can also you can sort of heal them as well, because as you get money, you can buy things to heal them.
Yes.
So I think you can't do everything. That's the thing. It's for one person to try and do all that. You can't do it. But in the first campaign, I thought, oh, this is really good. I found it quite easy, because you'd set up a turret there, and you had time to do it, and then the counter would go down, and then you'd be sort of jumping between the two areas, and you'd think, oh, I have a cannon here because there's airborne swamp coming in, and there's a turret here because you've got ground forces coming in. And that the campaign showed a little bit more promise to me than the multiplayer. I think the multiplayer showed everything that was wrong with the game. The campaign showed everything that could be right with it. I think sometimes developers try and overcomplicate things. Sometimes, like I said, I can't remember, we were talking about a game. I think I mentioned Star Wars Squadrons, and I would have loved that game a lot more if the controls was simpler, because using the the DS4, it was just like I was out of my depth straight away. When you go online, I just found I was out of my depth and I didn't stand a chance online. And it's all the button combinations and things that you need to do. And
have you not got the highest T-flight?
No.
Oh,
no,
right, yeah. I've
got a
that.
hopeless.
That makes it a lot easier for the flying. if you're flying.
No, I unfortunately haven't got that one. I haven't got the HOTAS, but I like simple things, because I'm a simple person, and if they try and do too many things, put too many options for a gamer, then I get lost in that. Oh, bye. I get lost in that. And the gameplay then doesn't become interesting to me. It becomes too complicated. And if you're dying because you pressed the wrong button at the wrong time, because even though I've only got 4 buttons here, I will quite often bring the wrong menu up because I can't remember which is A and B and what A and B does, and it's old age, I'm sure of it. And and when you've got like 20 different button combinations, that's what the hell, Taz. I don't know what you were doing there. What were you doing there, Taz?
Yeah. That's it.
I had to go and get my dog.
We all heard you.
It was showing us how flexible.
We all heard you flush.
Flexible, yeah.
That's where you're putting.
Yeah, I hope you never sung.
You don't seem to listen. It's all about the VR, baby.
You never got to sing Happy Birthday all the way through.
Yeah, exactly.
Wash the hands. Wash the happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. So where were we? Yes, Guardians. Yes, so I think it's got potential, and I would certainly like to see after the closed beta what they've come to, because I think they will take criticism and they will listen to what needs to be done to the game to make it better. And I expect what they'll be working on is the gameplay on this one, and maybe changing the locations a little bit, maybe making them a little bit more interesting, maybe having a few more animations and things going on. But at the moment, that's not really important to them. I think the gameplay's the thing, because they've got a really good idea. And they need to get that right, I think, and then build the game around it, and the game will come.
That's it.
Because
I just find it's.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Sorry, I just find that Guardian, for me, the time that I spent, that the idea, like you said, is good, but to comment on the rest of it is too early. Because, you know what I mean? And that's my opinion.
Yeah, it was nice to be able to see something at an early stage, to see what's in the developer's mind, and already it is something there that's of interest that I want to see. In 6 months' time, I suspect you'll see another demo of it, and it'll be a completely different experience for us to play. And if it becomes like Farpoint, like you say, if it becomes like a multiplayer group player Farpoint, then with tower defense built into it, then I think that could definitely be something I'd be interested in, and it would grab people's attention.
The maps were pretty big.
Oh,
if you did,
you could go off. That was one of our problems. I think we all wandered off, and we all forgot about what we were defending. And we were off halfway across the map. Our base has been destroyed. I wonder why that is, because we're all hitchhiking our way across the map. That's why that's happened. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because there was no physical barriers apart from the edges and things like that, but because you basically follow a route round, you could start walking off round that route straight away, but obviously the enemies are at the initial place and not where you're walking to. So, but it didn't explain that, did it?
And then there was teleportation as well.
It didn't really explain that, but it's certainly something that I'm going to be interested to see later on.
In the future,
obviously the Climb 2, they keep putting up on the Oculus store, and I keep looking to see if there's a date yet of the release, but unfortunately there's nothing at the moment. But what do you guys think?
One word for the Climb 2.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, one word.
How'd you spell that? How are you spelling that? So if anybody's got subtitles on, I wonder how that's come up. Have we all played the Climb? I know you have, Taz. Have you played it, Scottish? Yeah. It was one of the early ones that I actually wanted the Quest for, because I saw it on the Rift, and I thought that is because that is almost a puzzle game, but it's a physical puzzle game because you've got to work out your route to get to the top, and the different areas that I've still not finished the game, because the last hard level there's a jump, and they've got poison ivy on them. So if you've not seen the game, I'm going to show the trailer at the end before we go, if we survive that long. But I'm going to play the trailer at the end. And the idea is you are a free, what do they call them? For free climbers, don't they? Is it called a free climber?
Yeah,
it's a free climber. So basically, no ropes, but you can hook yourself in at save points. And the added mechanic in it is the way they work on your stamina is the chalk on your hands. So you can be hanging by one hand, and you have to shake the other one, and that automatically puts chalk on it. Then you put the other one, and you've got a limited time to get around. So the idea is you get to these save points, then you can chalk your hands. Or the other option is you sort of hang by one hand and do that. But as you go later on into the game, the earlier levels are pretty simple. There's no real crumbling sections at all. But as you go later into the game, there'll be crumbling sections, there'll be poison ivy, so you need to sort of jump to them and get off them really quick. And I think the one on the hardest level that I got to, there's one where you sort of jump across to the left, then you have to jump to the right, jump to the left, jump to the right, and I can't do the timing of it. It's so annoying, because that's the only it's really difficult. But the actual and I wonder if that's why they thought about it, but you start becoming more involved in sort of man-made sections of it, don't you? So there'd be like ropes, there'd be wires, and there's a cable car that you actually have to climb over. Yeah. So I wonder if that's why they got the idea of that, like a free climber, because it looks like the second one's going to be urban. Doesn't it? It looks like you're going to be in cities climbing buildings, which will be pretty amazing. And I wonder if they're going to be using sort of suction, and they'll be replacing the things with you've got you've
go on the
got
windows.
you've got to do something to your hands to get the suction going. So I wonder if that'll be it. So there's almost just
Wow.
different
You can see
mechanics.
Tassie falling off
Yeah,
the
I know.
building.
No! hour and a half of falls from Taz from above. It's like, different ways to die in New York. It's brilliant. But
That's it. But he'll still be able to say, "Hello, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen."
it's all about the VR, baby.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's it.
No, so yeah, I'm really,
yeah, I
it's
can
probably
imagine
my
that.
most anticipated game at the moment. For I know there's talk of what is it, the Sniper Elite coming out. But
Yes,
but I think because that's taken so long to come out, that's sort of gone to the back of my mind at the moment. But the Climb 2 is definitely one because I
Yeah.
enjoyed the first one. I've played it so many times, the early levels, and redone them. And the good thing is as well, if you tried the bit where you're racing against your friends, and it's it's a bit like the ghost cars in Gran Turismo, and you got the
that's
hands,
right.
and you can see the hands, and that's how I knew what route I had to take on that harder level, because I got the hands of somebody else that did it, and I was trying to follow their motions, but I couldn't do it. Yeah, so yeah, the Climb 2.
I like the immersion
Yeah.
of it. It's so cool because you do feel as if you're climbing. I mean, I've done climbing in the past, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, and abseiling and stuff, and the immersion is definitely there though. And like you said,
Martin
about
inside
wiping the
VR
rocks, if you want to go to one and
said,
it's got covered, you actually have to wipe.
I've
and
been
hold on
chatting to
one
the
of
lady that
other
works on
before that
Sniper
comes on you or
Elite.
something. But then you can also jump. You can sort of like jump physically or with the button. There's two different options. So they've really thought about how they've done it.
Yeah, Martin's saying that he's been talking with people at work about Sniper Elite, so he's quite looking forward to it as well. But for me, it's
good.
sort of
Okay, no,
it's
no.
taking a bit too long to come out, and I'm a little bit worried that maybe it won't be the game that I want it to be. So that one, yes, I think maybe May, June time we might start seeing that one sort of rearing its head again. Yeah, but Climb 2 definitely, and I'm hoping it's going to be another one of those games that you'll just click on the store and you'll see, it's available tomorrow, and it just appears. But that'd be fantastic if that happens. There was another game that is coming out at the end of the month, which has been on SideQuest, which is called Hyperdash. Have you both played that one?
Oh, Hyperdash.
I haven't played
I
it,
haven't
but I've looked at it though. Yeah, but it looks
You played
really
it,
good.
Taz?
That's the one where
Yes,
you can
yeah,
jump on
it's
the
an
pole. Yeah,
arena
you've got like a pole,
shooter.
and you can jump on it and
Yeah,
slide
where you're,
along and shoot, and it looks pretty
you're
awesome.
an android. Yeah, I've played it quite a bit.
Yeah.
I haven't played it in the last couple of
Oh,
months,
okay.
so I've not seen the update that's coming out. But I have to say,
Martin inside VR
it's one of the sort of
said,
best games on the side.
she says they want to take time to make it good after the Medal of Honor
I
mishap.
believe it was free, wasn't it? It's free. Is it a free demo?
Yes,
or
at the
just a free
moment
game
it's a
on
free
SideQuest, I
demo
believe?
on
Yeah.
SideQuest, so you can go into SideQuest, and I think it's got 2 or 3 arenas, but you're basically bots, and you go around, and it's a little bit like a Quake, modern day Quake, where the arenas are. And you have to capture the flag, basically. So you've got these bases that you can go around and capture. And like you say, it's got these rails that you're grinding. So you can jump on them and sort of speed round the arenas. And you'll be shooting at the same
That's
time.
right. Yes,
And
yes, I
weapons
have played it,
spawn
yeah.
around the arena. So it's like a proper arena
Spawn around,
shooter.
yeah.
And people know where those weapons are.
Good.
And it's all about holding the bases, trying to get the free areas. So you got A, B, or C, and so it's capture
Right,
the
okay.
flag. But I think they've got different modes. So you've just got deathmatch and things like that in it now. Like I say, I haven't been in for quite a while, but it's
I wonder if we can get in with a multiplayer.
yeah. I
free.
think
We'd have to try it out.
That'd be
fun.
hopefully
In the future,
that's
yeah.
one of the games that they're hoping that be able to. Again, it's going to be down to what the sound. How the sound works on it. That's the biggest thing we're doing these
exactly.
Oh,
is I could do the visuals, no problem, but the sound getting the game sound in and you guys talking doesn't always seem to work on some of these games. So yeah, that's the difficulty we're obviously having with we're trying to do what we wanted to do when we set out to achieve it. But hopefully, as games get updated, we're going to be able to, we'll be able to come back in. But this for me is, this is what I wanted every game to be, really. A nice lobby to come in, be sociable, and then go out. I think for me, going back to Poker Stars, that was one of the things about it. I think, we went in and we were chatting as a social, especially at the moment where people can't really meet up. And these apps, all these social apps that are out there that are appearing. There's another one on the store I've seen today, where you can do meetings and things like that. Yes, yeah, and it's it's that sort of thing side of it for me that was more interesting. The environments, unfortunately, unlike this where you can walk around and look around it, you were fixed in place in Poker Stars at a table. But the animations and the actual areas around you are absolutely fantastic, and I wish you could explore those more, and there was more interaction, and you could go out and wander around the decks and things like that. Maybe come out of the
Martin inside VR
train or something, and go
said,
off on a ride. And
have you thought about alt space?
So that's I think for VR, that side of things, the social side of it, I think that's a hidden side of VR that they're just beginning to tap into. And I know you played, we didn't talk about Chillax. You checked that out, didn't you, Taz? I know we're going backward a little bit.
I had a quick look at Chillax, not that good a look, but I don't know whether I could stream that one or anything, so I haven't done anything with it yet. But I had a look, there's different environments, and you get to teleport all around.
But there's not much.
And I believe the water.
Yeah, there's not much interaction, is it? Again, it's like a meeting point, isn't it, for people to go in there? I think you're supposed to meditate in that. That's the idea. Each one lasts for about 4 or 5 minutes.
I think that's what it's all about.
And you go in and you just chill out and relax, and you can go off, play some drums or something like that. And it's again, it's a meeting point. I can imagine people meeting up there and just meditating or something, having a chat, and then going off. But if it's only 4 minutes, that's not very long. But it's nice that people are finding different ways to use VR and get people interaction and bring different people in as well, because not everybody's about playing games. This one has probably brought as many people in as Population 1 has into gaming that wouldn't have thought about playing VR at all. And things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on, Scottish. We're going to.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I was just going to say it's something that we never discussed, but it just came to me there. I was going to ask you guys, what's your opinion on this new Oculus App Lab? Then, like taking it away from SideQuest. Do you think it's a good idea? I
think it is a massive thumbs up. I think I commented on Kaz's and oh God, I forgot. Yeah, on there because they put on there. Do they think it's a massive? It's a huge thing, I think, for Oculus. I think all the negativity they've had with the Facebook, passwords and not being able, after 3 years, you're not going to be able to sign into your Quest unless you have a Facebook account. That negative side of it, all was done at a time where Oculus was on the rise, and I think people that are buying it now that probably weren't into VR probably don't care. They probably have got a Facebook account anyway and they can't see the point of it. But people that had it, I think it's affected them more. All the people that I was talking to are people that had a VR headset, had a Quest headset, and they were like, no, I didn't. This isn't why I got into VR, and bought their headset, to give to them to have all my details and things like that. But when you think about it, Amazon, Google, if you use those services, they've already got. This is why you keep getting emails. It's why you get pop-ups and things like that of what's coming up for sale. Your information's already out there. For me, it's too late. If I was worried about it, I've gone way. Being on Twitter and everything like that, you're too late. YouTube, you've missed the boat.
Dage the Pumpkin Patch Kid
that side
said,
of it. But the actual app.
"Hi everyone.
Hello, welcome. Yeah,
Martin inside
I
VR
think the App Lab
said,
is fantastic.
exactly.
Crisis
I think
Crisis
it's a good
Brigade
idea.
2, you know.
Dej the
we'll talk
Pumpkin
about
Patch Kid
in a bit.
said,
And,
really can't wait for this on PSVR.
Yeah, I think, you know, things like Crisis Brigade 2, there's To the Top, obviously, Pixel Ripped had to find a loophole to get their game in there. There is
That's
so
right.
many games
That's right,
that
yeah.
are, to me, like that Warplanes one that I said last episode, that should have
Last
been
episode, aye.
a app that was available for people, because
Best
they're
title,
narrowing their
Yeah.
market down by being on SideQuest. And I know it is fairly simple to install stuff onto your Quest, but on my
Exactly.
Quest 2 I didn't want to do it, because you have to set up obviously the developer mode and everything like that, and you know, you put it in there and you worry about what's going to happen later on down the line with the Facebook thing. Is it, you know, which way were they going to go? But this says to me, actually, they've put their arms around SideQuest and said, brilliant, there's more things here, well done. A lot of it, there's like Hyperdash, it's a free app that they get free play testing from people. Go in, play the game, get massive, you know, they get their Discord going, they get massive feedback all the time. If you're in their
Yeah, get all the
Discord,
feedback.
there's hundreds of people playing these games, so they build up their fan base and their game base, and that's why these, you know, these games like Population 1, as soon as it came out, the hype for it, because everybody was talking about it and saying, you know, for 6 months before it came out, you've got to keep an eye on this game, because this is going to be huge, you know. And I think having that other
Fortnite,
option
that's
for
what it is.
people that maybe haven't got a computer to, you know, to, or, you know, not got a link, Oculus Link or anything like that, that cannot
Yeah.
physically put those apps on, they're missing out on quite a large, you know, every week I'm probably doing a new stream of a game that's in development coming out, or it's
From
been
SideQuest
released on
and all that.
SideQuest
Yeah,
that people
definitely,
can't, you know, Slurpees was another one, isn't it? They're working on it.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
there's these
Yep.
games that are as good as some of the releases that come out on the Quest, and they're minimising their market. And if they can bring that over so that you know, more people with an Oculus headset can easily just go onto their phone, click a button, and it starts installing onto their headset, then that's a massive thumbs up for me. I
Yeah.
think this announcement is a huge step forward, and I think, you know, the fact that they're talking
Exactly.
with SideQuest means that SideQuest, you know, everybody said, oh, you know, when Facebook, the first thing that Facebook's going to do is going to be looking to, you know, because they obviously want to encompass all their own things, which is why it's so difficult to stream it on YouTube. And I know they've done their GT did a really good video this week showing how easy it is to stream using the Oculus app. So they are looking at ways to make it simpler, and I'm sure in the next one, I'm sure that's what they've got to do, to be honest, is forget about, you know, the speed of the headset and the visuals, because this proves it's already powerful enough, and if the games are there, you know, then you can do amazing things with a headset. But the actual interface with it, that's the bit that they need to work on, because that's the bit for me that's still a bit clicky, and just trying to stream like we've shown today, how difficult the workarounds you have to do sometimes to make it work is a disappointing thing. And whereas the PSVR, you just plug your headset in, you click a button, you type in that you're streaming, and you click a button again, and you're away, and it does the text, it does everything. Whereas here, you know, I'm streaming through Chromecast, I've got to do like a capture card, I'm having to use like a chat. It's like trying to get it all to work. It's no wonder at times it doesn't, because if something needs updating, or, you know, it's not all fully linked properly, then you get these errors. And I think that's the interface, the actual, that side of it. And I think with the Oculus app, they're starting to show that they're getting a grasp of it, and they're looking at ways to make it easier to do streaming and things like that.
Yeah. I just feel that I don't think SideQuest.
No, I think that
Like
to
this
me
week,
has said that is a big thing that the Oculus have said, or Facebook have said, we want you on board. come
Exactly.
with us,
It's not
basically.
going to disappear.
And I know there's conversations going on at the moment with the with the I guess you call them the owners of SideQuest, on how they can improve the service already, and how they can bring more of those experiences over. And big massive thumbs up for me. I can even do that. 2 thumbs up.
Yep.
6 thumbs up. That's our 6 thumbs up. Not for a game, for an app, which is fantastic. Brilliant. Fantastic news. The fact that you can sit at your desk at work, look, see what's come out, click on it, and if it's at home, connected to the internet,
to your headset.
as soon as you switch it on, it's installing, and you don't even have to go into the unknown sources anymore. It just appears as a normal gaming app on your headset, and it's brilliant. And and Crisis Brigade 2 was the first one that I played.
Definitely.
And that proves that it works. Brings it across. The other thing that I can talk about a little bit, there is an NDA the developers have said about it, but obviously they're starting to show videos of it now. And I know, is it Matteo and Steve Knows? I think they're he's doing the community for it. And
social community,
and that's Swarm, and again, that is one that I've been in for quite a while, and I think it's going to be one of those games that it's hard to say without giving too much away, and I don't want to sort of get to the point where I'm saying too much. But again, if you like grappling, this has got probably the best grappling mechanics that I've seen. It's basically an arena wave shooter with grappling in it, and it's cell shaded. I think that's probably about all I'm going to say about it. But it's definitely, if you check out Matteo and Steve Knows, you'll see videos of some of the gameplay, and it is totally addictive, and it sort of reminds me of an old, like Galaxians or something like that shooter, but you're inside of it, not sort of where it's flat, because of the waves and things like that. You're actually inside it, and you're sort of moving around the arena. So it's an enclosed arena, but it's but the actual grappling mechanics for me make that game, and visually it works really well again with cell shading. Sounds brilliant. And it's fun to play, and it's a challenge as well. You've got the scoreboards and that, and I'm up to 4th on one of them, so I'm really chuffed with that. So there's only 5 playing probably, but it's like, but to see, your name up on the scoreboard, it's going to be one of those games where, especially if like now, whenever I'm sitting at work, I get a little message come through with so and so has passed you, and you think, you bastard, I spent all last night beating your score, and he's just gone in there and he's just beaten my score again. It's that sort of thing. It's going to be, it feels like an arcade shooter, being inside an arcade shooter with a commando mechanics, Bionic commando mechanics, but more elasticated. I think that's all I'm going to say about that. But definitely check that out, and that's going to be coming out in the spring, they reckon. So that's in the next couple of months. They're hoping to release that. But it's I can tell you now, I'm playing it, and it's pretty much complete. I think they're just doing the final polish on it. At the moment. But they've not got an official release date, but I think they're hoping for the spring. So probably early Q2, I would say, something like that. And that's probably got this band, this stream band. Awesome. So that's all the future releases. I think we have gone through them all, which is a first for us. And now it's time for community questions. Let's see if we've got anything. Oh, actually, one of the things that I shall tie in to this is the announcement that Craig Sonis won last week's prize, which was a code for Synth Riders, which I know that Scottish drew out his code for that last week, which was brilliant. Well done, Craig, on that. Hope you're enjoying the game.
Well done, Craig,
and having fun with that.
Definitely.
I think the other guy, Dragon something he was called. He actually came into my live stream and beat me. So I don't think, I don't think we should be giving. So I'm going off the idea of giving away codes because people coming in before being better than me at all these games. So I'm going to quickly go through, see if there's any questions, see who's there. Martin inside VIR still there. Deej is still here. Hello, Deej. How are you doing, mate?
How's it going, Madden? Welcome, everybody. Thanks for jumping in.
Scottish Gamers there. Chatties.
Yeah.
Chatty. If you got any questions, guys, just please let us know. Rocket Tommy's been and gone. Rattlehead, I think that was it. Rattlehead 99026 was there. He said can't hear you, but hopefully we've sorted out the sound since then. So that is that, and now we should go on to our VR recommendations of the week.
VR recommendation of the week.
So, Taz, what was your VR recommendation of the week?
Well, my VR recommendation of the week was one we all know really well, which is number 2, is Crisis Brigade number 2.
Shall
baby.
we play? Shall I risk it and play the trailer, and hopefully we will come back afterwards. If not, have a nice evening, everyone. Yes, so that's the trailer for Crisis Brigade 2. And before we go on, before Taz goes into what it's about, we do have a code to give away for Crisis Brigade 2. So anybody that's in the chat there, I have a question for you. So Crisis Brigade 2 is based on the light gun shooters of the late 90s, early 2000s, and there were many versions of them that were around, and many of them made them to the consoles in the old days with the little plastic light guns, and one of them made it onto the Dreamcast, but there was a version that didn't use a light gun or use the controller. So what was the name of that game? And the first person to type in will get a code for Crisis Brigade 2 on the Oculus Quest. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, far away, Taz.
Good luck, guys.
Folks. You'll love it.
Yeah, you were saying about Crisis Brigade 2 as to why you liked it.
Alrighty, so I played Crisis Brigade when it first came out on PlayStation VR, and I tell you, that was really good. Bit cartoony-fied, sort of comic style look
It was
to it.
rock
Number
hard,
one
I know
was.
that.
And what they've done, it was rock hard. Hell yeah, even on easy, rookie. And number 2 is actually basically taken it and stripped it right back and added like more realism to it, so the characters are more real looking. You can still peek around the corners and use your gun, and you can flick your gun and have a really good look at the gun. And the graphical styling on this game, and I'm only played on an Oculus Quest original, is absolutely fantastic. So I'd love to see what it looks like on a number 2. But the guys at Sumo Labs have done so well to bring the full realism. You've got explosions, you've got like a narrative, you're sort of following through a story and working your way through to the bosses. It is absolutely fantastic. The feeling of beating a boss. I mean, I got to the first boss, which took me a while, I must admit, guys. I'm not very good at gaming. But I got there, and the best bit, this is honestly the seriously best bit, is there's a concrete girder in front of me, this huge boss with this huge bloody rattle gun staring at me. And anyway, he managed to knock out the concrete girder in front of me. I got underneath and I'm shooting the crap out of his feet, and I killed him.
Toe shot. See, that's why you should wear steel toe caps.
Toe shot.
The VR realm
Safety first.
said,
Guys,
"Hey midlife,
Hey, VR realm, welcome to the show.
it's really cool.
Yes.
Hey, how's it going, Paul?
Hey,
Yeah. So for me, I played the first one on the PlayStation, and I played the second one on the PlayStation. One of the difference really between it, using the aim controller was a bit of fun on both of the versions on the PSVR. But again, because I play mainly with the pistol, and I know in the second one you can buy all these upgrades, but they obviously they only last for that game, don't they? And then you have to get the money.
That's right.
And I spend more of my money on the continues to allow me to get through the levels.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, that's what I'm basically doing is not buying there's tons of weapons I've not even got involved with, weapon upgrades that you can buy at the start of a game, and you'll have those from the start, so the machine guns and things like that. But I actually like the pistols and the double wielding of the pistols as well. And the thing is with the Quest, even though the PSVR, you can do the poke your head round the corner with the aim controller, and it works really well. Even on the first game, you could just put your arm round a corner with the controller and just take them out with a pistol. And because you learn where they are, I'm not even looking in some cases. I'm actually just pointing the weapon and shooting the gun and killing off most of them before I can poke my head out and take the last of the stragglers out. It's really is well done, I have to say. I can't notice any visual differences between the PSVR and the Quest version. I expect there might be a little bit of drop, but at the beginning in the menu, where you're at the menu and you're behind the desk, I actually looked down at the desk. This is how sad I am, and you can actually read. There's like on desks and things like that, there's little badges. You can actually read the little symbol, and they've gone into so much hidden detail and things like that. Yeah. And even if you go, because you're up against walls and things like that, the textures are very consistent. You don't really think about it, but when you're up against a wall, they don't become blurry. They're still solid walls, And the only thing I found, I found is that even on this one on easy, they are like, their aim is so accurate. You are constantly hiding and poking behind a corner, and because the first shot they're missed, but the second one they've targeted you, and you notice they've got the yellow triangles on the top of their heads. And that's when they've locked on to you, so you're almost looking to see which one of them is doing it. And it's almost remembering the map, so you know where the enemies are, and memorising those people. And that's what the light gun games were about. A bit really was remembering where they appear from, in what order, so that you could make it a bit further through the levels. So it's a bit of a memorisation thing. But
it's when they came down that alley. The alley on your left was the one that got me. Forget about down there.
There's one with a crashed helicopter where there's ones that come from your left hand side. But there's different routes, and some people said to me, "Oh, I never go left," because you get some of the levels. Once you finish the section, you get two road signs come, and you can go left, go right, or straight on. and yeah, and it mixes it up, but you follow the same route, but you approach like that helicopter thing. You approach it from the other side, so you're from the top end, and it's like it's certainly challenging, and it's very physical. You spend so much time sort of getting up. I spent it on my knees a lot of the time, just poking the gun over the top of an obstacle. But then, other times you're hiding behind behind a pillar, and you're almost like doing the action, and then poking round and doing things like that. It gets really interactive. It's brilliant. The first game, the visuals were very basic. They were cute. Sort of, each of them had like their masks, or their heads were like there would be a fox or a dog or a horse or Donald Trump or something like that. So you was shooting these strange heads off of things in a bank raid was quite strange to do. But the actual mechanics of it were exactly the same, and you can see that they've taken the mechanics and stepped that up a notch. But the visuals are amazing. They're real life characters now, and the animations and things, but the targeting, it's
the motorbike.
Your teammates, they're not that good. The teammates, even there is meant to be co-op and
yes, that's co-op's coming.
They've got a bug or something.
Yeah,
co-op and a time trial as well.
Co-op.
Time trial they're going to do as well, which is. There's a bit like what I'd Virtual Cop on the Sega Saturn, and once you finish the game, it opened things like time trial and things like that. So they are following those sort of gaming routes, but that's absolutely fantastic. I don't know if anybody's won the code.
Martin inside VR
Has anyone answered?
said, "I'm still to play the second one."
Oh, well, enter the competition, Martin.
Martin inside VR said, "I got it on Viveport."
Right. So some people have already got it. So
Pico
Martin's
guy
already got it. Get
said,
on and play it, Martin.
Silent
What are
Scope
you waiting for?
I believe I've got it on PlayStation VR as well. I think too.
No, it's not Silent Scope. Try again, please, guy. So Crisis Brigade 2 definitely worth checking out, and that's the first game that I used the App Lab for. I know that Sumo Lab, they did have to get their skates on a little bit to bring it out in time. So they're going to be they're bringing more content to it as it goes. I think it's $14.99. Is that right? I think. I believe.
Yep, $14.99 on the App Lab. Yep.
Yeah.
And then, like you were saying, for example, they've just had their first update today, tonight actually, for App Labs.
Oh, right, okay. Do you know what that is? What is that? Just some extra games?
No, I don't. I think it's just extra games at the moment. Obviously, I think it started off with 12. But then we're getting.
I think more and more. It's going to be whether it's going to be a weekly thing, like they get their games updated. Because it's Ancient Dungeons. People are telling me to check that out. I might have to look at that because I think
that's on SideQuest.
Yeah, because that was one of the ones that's come out, and I sort of bypassed it because it looked a bit like Minecraft in a dungeon, and I thought lots of those games have already been done, but people were telling me the gameplay in it is brilliant, so that might be one that I check out in the next week and have a look at on SideQuest. But brilliant. Obviously your VR recommendation's going to be
Martin inside VR.
I think you expected that.
Said,
I don't know if you.
It's good fun.
Were able to hear me during the early stage of the episode. So if you don't know what Expected to Die is, it's basically a single person sitting down, an escape room basically game where you play a 80s or 60s to 70s style detective, where you have to combine certain objects within the mission that you're in to complete that mission. But during you doing that, you are expected to die because there's that many varieties
lots of times,
or combinations of items
Oh,
Yep. Constantly, you'll constantly die until you
Yeah.
get it, guys. Like I said, thank God for editing, or my videos would be 5 hours long.
I just some of them, you know, you're just so funny because you end up talking to yourself. You'll be like,
Yeah.
right, so that's done. I need to
Exactly.
grab the fire extinguisher next. So on like some of them, I was actually where you played it so many times, I was actually gathering things up and sort of doing the solutions to some of the later ones because you do start panicking if you don't do it all, you know, in a certain order, and you've accidentally knocked something out. You're looking for it, and there'd be grenades or something, and you'll be messing around with something and think, oh, what happens if I do this? And I light a cigar, and I light my cigar, and I've got like a stick of dynamite in my hand, and I just get the stick of dynamite too close, and then you're stuck in the car, and you're like, the window's going down too slow. I can't get the window down. And you boom, just start again or something like that.
Exactly.
And I was actually doing this motion with the car, you know, when you're trying to get down the ramp. I was trying to get down the ramp, and I'm doing this to try and get it down the ramp quicker. It's like, it is brilliant. There's so many funny gags and things you can just do by interacting yourself, and, you know, and funny ways to die, and you're just.
But even the menu system.
In the actual
I haven't
office,
actually tried it on PC, I've got it. But
you
in the
just
office,
muck
there's
around.
A lot of interactive things, eh? Is that still the
Yes,
same?
yep. It's exactly the game's exactly the same.
I'm
Yeah.
it, you see.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be playing that.
It's really good. So I would recommend that to any person who's starting off in VR.
There's no motion sickness at all in that. You are in a fixed place. You can be sitting down if you want to be. Although if you're cleaning the windows, I will be knocking money off because you can't get the top bits when you're sitting down. But well, that's true. You do smash it after a few seconds, but you do clean it to start with, which is a bit pointless.
Exactly.
But it's a good game, a bit like Job Simulator, where it's a fun interacting, and if you want to mess about in it and just die a few hundred times, you can do that. See how many different ways you can kill yourself, or you can take it a little bit seriously and go, right, I need to do this, need to do that. But a lot of it is set on a timer, so you don't really get time to think, because as soon as you start doing something and you start that motion off, you've got a limited time before the mission finishes, and you fail and have to start again.
That's right, because you get speed runs where you have to do it all within say like 2 minutes or something like that. And then, but you've also, I've never said, but while you're in that mission and you're trying to complete it, you have sub-missions as well. So you have to do things in certain ways to unlock that.
Yeah, so there's a hidden depth to it. And I've played it loads of times, and I find after about 4 or 5 months, I forget some of the solutions. So I go back in and I'll make the same errors, and I think, I know that's the solution, and I'll go down that path, and I've convinced myself I'm doing the right thing, only to be doing the wrong thing, and then I'm like, oh, you idiot! It was so simple. You've bypassed the whole solution, and you've been messing about with this thing over it, and it's nothing to do with it because it's just there, and you can mess about with it, and you probably messed about with it. That's what sticks in your mind, is all the things that you've messed about with in each level. Those things
Martin
stick
inside
in your mind,
VR
and the solution
said,
goes.
Yeah.
My recommendation is Grapple Tournament.
Exactly.
You die. That's what it's all about.
Martin VR has just mentioned about Grapple Tournament VR, which
Grapple Tournament. I tried it out, Martin. Pretty cool.
I've not seen it and I've not played it because I haven't got PC, unfortunately. But I know there's been a lot of little tournaments going on with streamers and things. So that's obviously a grappling, swinging game as well, is it?
It is. I was just going to say it's similar to Swim, I think. I had a quick go. I got the demo. I got off the Steam store, and I meant to mention it earlier actually. But I had a quick go. I've only played the sort of like the tutorial and against AI. But yeah, that is awesome. You still get that grapple feeling, so you actually can still shoot a grapple. You can pick up different guns that spawn.
So is it like Quake on a rope?
It's like your swarm.
There you go. There's a catch line. Quake on a rope.
Well, you control the rope. So like you have a bow and arrow. You can have a bow and arrow in one hand. So you can literally use it as a bow and arrow.
How do you have a bow and arrow and swing with one hand? Do you pull it back with your teeth? What are you doing?
No.
Martin inside VR
Well, it's one of the
said,
other, a bow and arrow. What I'm saying is
yes.
you can use the other hand and you pull the
Yeah,
arrow.
right. So how do you
arrow, and that's actually
how
really
are you doing
good.
that though while you're swinging? If you're
Not quite sure. I think it's more with a gun.
yeah,
that you shoot.
okay.
You
So
can't shoot
so
with
do
an
you
arrow
swing
when
to
you
a
swing it.
platform?
Yeah.
But
So
with a
do you
gun.
swing to a platform?
See you, brother.
No, mid-air.
So-
Mid-air. You can literally just aim at the roof and shoot, and that's your grapple, and then you go and grapple up, and you can swing on it, and you can use your gun. which
Yeah,
you can
but
pull
I'm
off from
still
your-
stuck on
your
this
waist.
bow and arrow that takes two hands. And where's your third hand that's hanging on the rope swinging? Well, you're using your two hands to.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think
Oh,
you
right.
can use. I don't think you'd be able to use
Yeah.
the bow, grapple somewhere.
Oh,
then
okay.
use the arrow,
So you'd be
probably.
mid-air quickly.
You can do it that way,
So
yeah.
you'd.
You have to
No,
do it,
I was going to say. It's like, how are you doing it?
You'd be mid-air
So
and
so
use
you
the gun.
you actually swing.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog. My dog.
He's like, you've been on this too long, Scottish. We've got to go for a walk. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't managed to get in with anyone
Okay.
as yet to try it out, but I've tried against AI, and even that isn't
No.
as easy as it looks. It's really.
So
really
what
good-looking
sort of
game.
visuals is
But
it?
I'd
Is it
compare to your
is it
Swarm that you mentioned.
realistic visuals? Is it cell shaded?
No, it's not cel shaded. No, it's it's very
Yeah.
realistic. Still arcade-ified looking though, because you got your different
Yeah.
avatar
So you got
characters and things
so
you've
is it
got.
full body or is it like we are now just the top half of your avatar?
Oh,
So if you got a full
I think you get down to your waist.
Okay,
I think,
so
is
it's
what you see,
so
you
it
know?
is
You don't
like
see
an
your legs or anything
avatar
like that.
based sort
don't
of.
think.
Yeah, loads of people have been talking.
Yeah, I've only
Yeah,
had a
loads of
quick
people have been talking about
Yeah.
it, and obviously a lot of the top streamers have been playing it against one another and having little tournaments. So again, that
Yeah.
sounds like it'll
Yeah.
be a little bit like Population
Martin inside
1.
VR
Do you think it'll come to the
said,
Quest?
Yeah.
cell shaded.
Yeah,
Not sure.
it needs to really, I think, because that now is where the game base is, isn't it? He's off again. Have you got a dog as well? Yeah, we have, haven't you, Taz? What are you doing with your dog?
Yeah,
I'm a bit
Taz
worried
has
what
got
it's
a dog.
doing with it.
Pico guy said,
Yeah, Martin said
Have a
the typing of the dead
we'll go with
That's it. Somebody has just got the right answer. Who was that? Well done.
Fantastic.
Pico guy.
Well done,
The
guys.
Pico guy? Let's have a look. Cell shaded. Typing of the dead. Pico guy. Well done. If you send me a
Well done.
DM, and after the show, I'll get in touch with you. And congratulations, you have won a free code for Crisis Brigade 2.
Well done.
Hey, brilliant.
You'll love
Well
it,
done,
mate.
Mama.
Martin
Yeah,
inside
it's a brilliant
VR
game.
I'll
Yeah.
see you online.
said,
It'd be playing Taz in
I
co-op.
think they're working on a Quest version.
Yeah. Oh, somebody's just said that
Pico
they
guy
think they're working on the Quest versions
said,
of Grapple Tour.
Cool, thank you.
The tournament. Yeah.
No
Well
worries, no worries,
Yeah.
Pico guy. All
Yeah.
good, mate.
Excellent. So yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for joining us. Yes. So my recommendation is we've already spoken about it. Is The Climb. And
Martin inside VR
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And for
said,
all the reasons that I've said already,
Congrats.
really, it's the visuals and the locations are brilliant. The actual climbing mechanic works perfectly all right. Doing speed runs, playing against your friends, doing their, following their ghost and trying to beat their ghost times is fantastic. It gets more and more difficult the further you get into the game. And that's what makes a challenge. And again, you can do speed runs. There are missions as well. We didn't talk about before. It's
Nick
a bit like. Do you remember the old
said,
Metal Gear solid.
guys.
Like they did the sort of strange missions that you could go off to doing this sort of not cell shaded, but the simple graphic hiding things. So you got the same thing. It's very simple, like block walls to climb and things like that, and it's speed runs getting up.
No.
Yeah. So if you have a look in the
it.
main menu, there's
No,
like
never.
because you do a bit in the tutorial. You know the tutorial. You just got like a white wall of grips where there's
That's
there's
all,
speed
isn't it?
runs of those to do.
Mhm.
So and they get more and more difficult
Mhm.
to do. So
Oh,
it's definitely worth checking out. And I'm looking forward to Climb 2. So there's we'll be showing the trailer at the end of the stream for the Climb one. That's my VR recommendation of the week. Because it was quite an early game to come out, you may have missed it.
Martin
I'd
inside
definitely recommend
VR.
it.
Said,
So
"Hey, Mike, is it Taz's bedtime?"
it's Mike's. It's your bedtime, Taz. It's morning there. I think it's getting on to lunchtime now.
Is it bedtime?
It's
No,
lunchtime for Taz.
It's 12 o'clock, yeah.
He'll be having his dinner.
Yeah.
I could tell you, it's getting to dinner time for me. My stomach's been rumbling. I'm hoping that it hasn't actually been coming through on the stream. Otherwise, all you're going to think is, Christ, he's got a growling
Nick.
cat or something.
Said, "No, we 12 p.m."
Nick says, no, it is 12 p.m. Yeah. So, it's time
It
to
is.
go off and have some
Yeah.
fun, gentlemen. I know we played this one before,
Yeah.
Don't forget the.
but I think we go off.
Did you not have another giveaway?
No, it's just the one. Don't get greedy, Taz. Don't give away all my codes. No, it's just
Martin
the one. It's
inside
just the one
VR.
today. So well
Said,
done, the Pico guy. So,
"Hope you're well."
yeah, I'm really well, thank you. Hope you are too.
Yep. I might have
Okay.
to go, guys. Sadly, you know what I mean. Unfortunately, just because.
Yes,
of the
no
time,
worries,
like-
man.
Yeah, no worries.
High
No
five.
worries, Scottish. Well, you take
Okay,
care,
guys.
mate.
High five.
Sleep.
Cheers,
Thank you,
man.
buddy. See you later, guys.
Have fun editing out
Awesome.
90% of the show.
Great episode, too.
Exactly.
It'll be quick upload, I'll tell you that, because it'll be 5 minutes. It'll just be us laughing.
Okay, guys,
Cheers,
thank you.
Scottish. Catch you soon.
That's it.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Take
Cheers,
care,
bye.
mate.
Yes, so we're going to go off, Taz, and do a bit of fishing before we go.
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of
Do you want to
fishing, eh? Why
select?
not?
Where do you want to go? Do you want to go shark fishing?
Oh, let's try and get a shark. Eh? I'm up to like area 12. I
You
think,
like
so.
12? That's a freshwater one. We'll go there. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
just go there, eh? Awesome.
Oh, well,
So have you
yeah,
enjoyed
thank
the
you
stream
guys.
today?
Apologies for
Yeah,
all the
thank you
issues
too.
that happened. We got there in the end, and hopefully, we got some enjoyment out there for you guys. And this is
Martin
probably...
inside VR. Said, "I gotta put kids to bed."
Okay,
Great
Martin.
stream, guys. #, much love.
Cheers, Martin. Thanks for staying with us. Martin VR's going. Taz.
Oh, gosh, that one. Hey, see you, Martin.
Yeah, cheers for stopping by. Taking.
We'll have to try and catch up with you in grapple
Yeah.
tournament. Martin.
You kicked Taz's arse in grapple tournament. Do an invite. Yeah,
He probably we played it already.
yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, this
But
would
it's fun.
probably, my people that were thinking, oh, I'd love to get into streaming. This has probably been the worst. I've had lots of issues, but this has probably been the worst one. I probably made it more complicated for myself by having all the different video links and things.
The Scottish
going
Gamer
on.
VR
Hey, Scottish.
said, "Thank you, guys."
Cheers, Scottish.
Is he back on the chat?
Take care, my friend. Hopefully next time.
Oh, you caught a
Yay! Yeah, I've got a Mandarin. And this is what I love, is all the animations. So you got the fireflies coming past you now. So each level has got a different animation. The moon goes over the surface. And they've done an update on this one, because there used to be, this was the one level where there was a glitch and the background used to go up and down. But it's not doing it anymore. So that's fantastic. So they're gradually ironing out.
Oh, right, cool. There was an update today, though.
Oh,
got away.
Taz.
Damn it.
Lost your fishy. There's your
I lost
dinner
it.
gone. It's
I
all,
lost
we
it.
all know you don't like touching fish.
Yep.
Nick told us last week,
I
episode
didn't say.
1, we found out Taz doesn't like touching the fish.
Oh,
So that's why he keeps letting them go.
oh, you got a goby minnow.
Yeah, and it's a personal best, even though it's a tiny little thing. I'm going to cast over there because otherwise I can't see you. I can hear you.
He's going to interrupt my.
No, I don't need to. Otherwise we can't see you, Taz.
I'm above
Yeah.
your line.
Oh, you're not.
Uh.
Higher than you. I've got a fishy on my little rod.
Okay, I'll go
Yeah.
under. All good. I'm waiting on the fish.
Come on, fish. Oh, we've got a fish. Oh, it's a big one.
Oh.
That's not a minnow, I know.
Oh, what? You got away?
Yeah, so apologies everyone
What
for
you
the
done to
stream.
mine?
Like I say, hopefully the next one we'll be back to our average best.
Oh, definitely.
And you know,
Bring it on.
it's a real shame that a multiplayer game, you know, you can't actually hear one another when you stream it. That's very strange. But there you go. You got a mini.
One. I got it under the moonlight. Grade 5.
Yay.
Anyway, I got it.
Yeah, so that's one of the things.
He's only tiny. I
That's
think we'll get rid of him.
that's one of the things that you do during the game. Is all the time you're fishing in locations. So there is a reason to fish in these locations. They all unlock different achievements and trophies. So if you fish at, there's so many levels that are nighttime fishing, and if you spend enough time and catch enough fish in those areas, you will unlock a new trophy. And the same with like raining or daytime. Oh, look at that! That's a big one, Taz.
Hey, you got a
Yeah,
snakehead.
snakehead. Look at the size of
You
him.
got a snakehead.
That would feed a family of 4, wouldn't it? Oh,
hey,
look at
that's
that.
for you.
nicely
And
done.
Manchurian trout. 41 centimeters. I'll keep that one.
So what are you hoping to play in the next coming week then, Taz?
I'm going to have a look at it. I think you should
Yeah,
die.
me
So
too.
I want to. I played it before,
Yeah.
as I say. I've actually only played probably 3
Oh, have you?
levels of it, maybe. It's awesome. I love James
Yeah.
Bond style stuff, eh? So it's right down to me. I'll bring that back in. Yeah, I want to try that out, and I want to try and get in with some people on the
Yeah.
tournament. I want to try and
I'm
get
going to have
into
to
that.
watch that because so many people are talking
and
about
also,
it, and it's.
I've got to ask
I know
that
it's, you know, at the moment I can't play it even if I, you know, even if I had a code, I couldn't do it. So you know, that's why I've not really taken much notice. But the amount of people that are talking about it now is getting me my interest.
Yeah, it seems to be pretty
It's
big.
you know, it's obviously got a lot of people
I'm,
supporting it already
all the facts.
and interested in it.
Yeah, I want to. There's also, I don't know if you know that there's a trial out now for Saints. and
Yes,
Sinners,
that
but I
came
don't
out
have- I don't have
today.
Saints and Sinners
Oh, do
on
you
the
not?
Quest. I've only
No.
got it on the Rift. I've only got it on, like, I think it's
Yeah.
VR or the Rift. I think I've got it on.
Is it
But,
not cross-buy?
I don't know whether the trial's out on
Is
there.
it
I'll
not
have to have a
cross-buy
look
then, Taz?
and try
Is
that
it
out,
cross-buy?
maybe. Well, that's what makes me think I've
Yeah.
only got it on the Steam
Okay.
VR. I'll
Yeah.
have to really have a
But
look at it.
no, I like Saints and Sinners, so yeah, I'll be checking that out as well. Yeah, I'll be checking out I Expect You to Die. I've got Until You Fall to have a go at, so I'll be doing that on the Quest as well. I played that a lot on PSVR.
Oh, and the other one I've got is the Baba
Yes.
Yaga. It's a bit old now,
Yeah.
been out a little bit now, but I want
Yeah.
to have a look at that.
That's a little animated
Let's pick that up.
story, isn't it? In
Oh, I got one. I didn't even know I had a fish.
a little one. Yeah,
I didn't even know I had a fish.
you're getting too good at it. That's why. They're not a challenge anymore, Taz. I want to see a video of you stroking a fish now. I want to see it. A live one, not not a battered piece of cod or a fish finger. I actually want to see you stroking a live fish. Nick, if you're still there, go out and buy a goldfish, and I want to see him pet it.
We used to have a fish in the thing. We had a big, what would you call it? I don't know what you call it now. One of those bottom eater thing, the sucker thing that goes on
like
the bottom of your fish
Plecostomus.
And we let one grow, and it was huge. And I got my hand out of that technique quick. It wasn't funny.
You can even touch that.
It was. We had to take it back to the pet shop. It was that big. It overgrew. I almost outgrew the tank.
Plecostomus, is that it? Yeah, those things grow like stink. Yeah.
That thing was huge. I wasn't putting
you buy them as a little 2-inch thing. It looks really cute. Eats all the algae, and then most fish will only grow to the size of the tank. Not that. No.
We had a big 40-meter tank.
That would just keep going.
And it got huge. I put my hand in and I got it out that quick. It wasn't funny.
I thought you were going to say you'll put something else in there. My friend had piranhas. He had piranhas, and they got too aggressive, and he had to return them to the shop. And he had them in. Oh, I lost the fish. He had these piranhas. And he thought he'd be able to carry him in a bag, so he had like a plastic bag to take them to the aquarium shop, and they actually were biting their way through the bag, so he had to have a polystyrene box to take them to the aquatic shop, and they were actually eating their way out of this polystyrene box. It was for him to drive to the shop. Yeah. It was like a race for time, because they were going to all be over the boot of his vehicle. These things, they were vicious. He used to feed them pepperamis. Can you believe that? He said they'd eat absolutely anything. But they would strip this bloody pepperami in no time at all. We only had 3 of them, but they used to attack one another. They'd get aggressive, because most of the time
I don't know.
Most of the time they were placid. And just, and they were scared of you. Yeah. But if they were hungry, bloody hell, it was like the water was bubbling, It was like, you were saying about like James Bond. It would be like that, where, they'd drop the old, the hero into a tank of boiling fat or something like that. This bloody bubbling fat.
Yeah. All right. I'll have to try and race you on that climb.
Oh yeah. No, check it out. You can use it because it's quite handy, like I say, to work out the routes. The quick routes, or if you're stuck on a level and you need to know how to get up a route, then it shows you how to do it. But I can't. The last one, the hardest setting on the last mountain. Yeah, I just couldn't do it. I've never been able to finish it. I'm gutted about it.
Oh, you got away that one as well. Jeez, you give me all the dodgy ones.
We can go to another level if you want, Taz.
Yeah. We'll change. Go to a. Go to the sharks one. I want to see if I can catch a big shark.
I'll just catch this one and then we'll go.
I got a photo of Midlife and his shark. I think I still got it. Anyway, he caught a shark and he was fighting it the other day like anything. It was jumping out the water. I managed to get one as it was coming out of the water. I got an awesome photo.
Yeah, I'm still chasing the sharks.
Change if you want Midlife.
I've not actually. Oh, I've got to get those. I think I've still only got 4 out of 15. They're quite rare to catch. I don't see. We go to level 17 because I think that's where I've caught the majority of them, or seen them caught.
Give me. What am I doing here? Right. It's all good. I'm just taking a selfie. It's all good.
I don't know how long this stream's been.
Yeah, a while. I would say probably 2.5 hours.
Probably
Maybe 3 hours.
1 hour, 1.25 hours of actual stream. And 2 hours.
Oh, as long as
Yeah,
everyone enjoys
2
it,
hours
that's what
of
it's all about. It's a bit of fun.
2 hours of
Some guys
silence
can
and just
give
us hand gestures. If you like mime artists.
Having a bit of fun. Awesome. Where did I lost my rod? There it is. I thought, are you moving?
Yeah, I will. I'm just catching this one, then we're going to go, mate.
Oh yeah. No, all good. All good. I just lost my fishing rod. I'll pull it back out.
Oh, it's a catfish, so it was worth it. Would you
you got
want to
a
stroke my catfish, sir? Do you want to come and pet it? I don't think you can reach. No, he doesn't even want to. Doesn't even want to pet an artificial fish. Right, let's go. Number 17. Let's go. So we should all appear. Hopefully.
Another game I was looking at the other day on our stream, didn't I? Yeah. I was looking at it, Carnage.
Oh, right, yeah.
Midlife.
Yeah.
On Steam. I managed to get a key for that. And anyway, this is what I did. I was trying to hit out a bug. I had a sword, and I was using a bow and arrow. I love my
bow and arrow in VR is my favourite
I was using
weapon.
a bow and arrow to, did you see that lightning?
Yeah, oh yeah, you get them on this one.
Look at that, man. It was awesome. I had a bow and arrow to try and shoot these like bugs that like shoot stuff at me and that. And the bow and arrow wasn't working, so I pulled out my sword.
That sounds like an innuendo.
I was putting my hand up in the air. I took out the light tag.
What, in your house?
Luckily it fell off and landed in my hand. Yeah, in the house.
The dangers of VR. Yeah. Oh, the tide's coming in, Taz. My feet are getting wet. If I had any.
I'm more concerned about getting struck by lightning.
Yeah, we're only holding metal rods in the storm, electrical storm. It's nothing to worry about, mate. Yeah. Oh, I got a big fishy. I got a big one. What do we got?
Wow.
Yeah, I love all the animations. So this one, you got obviously all the waves. Oh, I lost it.
I've not seen
I was
this
too
before.
busy.
I've seen your shot. I've seen your shot or whatever.
I was too busy talking.
It's got away. That is so cool. That's really realistic.
Yeah. I didn't bring my raincoat though.
Wow. No,
yeah.
Neither. I've only got a glove.
Shouldn't wear a woolly hat in the rain. That's gonna smell like a
Thanks for everyone watching
soggy
the stream today,
soggy hat.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying the little voiceovers and different.
Yeah, let us know in the comments whether you like the little interludes. Obviously, you know, we're constantly evolving or de-evolving.
we can
mix it up a little bit. It's mainly all about chatting about the games, having a bit of fun. He's back on. Right, so I know this is a mahi-mahi. Here we go.
Is it? It's way out there anyway.
It's a mahi-mahi.
So more than likely I won't probably catch anything here. Or
They should. There's plenty of smaller fish.
I'm not got it. I'm not.
Yeah, you should be able to.
All right. Look at your
I know.
He's got something on the end there.
He's a
Flashing away like anything. Wow.
Oh, come back. No, he's gone again. I was winding up then. Damn it. I can't even land that, Taz.
Are you sure there's fish out there?
There's definitely
definitely
fish out there, Taz. I can't believe it. I couldn't catch that.
Maybe I got no bait.
Maybe the fish don't want to be caught.
Does it? Yeah, they don't seem to be.
They're not playing the game.
To this line at the minute. I'm just going to pick my line. There's definitely bait on. There's definitely a hook.
Yeah, there's bait on it.
But no, the way they brought the tide in and everything is the effects.
Yeah. Oh yeah, brilliant.
But the lightning, the sounds.
That's why they
So
never
weird,
get boring for me.
I don't know if we've got people.
I don't
watching.
know.
Oh, you got
All
all
right.
watching still. You got four. Hello, to
Hello,
people
Mum,
watching.
Dad.
Thanks for tuning in today. Still like it. Yeah. One of them
Yeah.
isn't it? I've got to watch my
Oh,
series
dear.
they're watching.
Oh dear, Taz, we won't talk about Crisis Brigade then, hey?
No. Been there, done it. He went asleep when I streamed
Was
it
she?
the other night.
No, I don't know how she can.
Yeah, I streamed it after VK the other
How
night.
can
It was
she
awesome.
sleep with the noise that you make? you're so.
She wears a mask, eh? Because she's got sleep
Oh,
apnea.
right.
So she has a
Yeah.
mask on anyway and that, so that makes a lot of noise. But now she sleeps
Yeah.
like a baby. You'd be amazed. I can scream and shout and all kinds.
You are
And I'm only indoors.
excitable with your streams, Taz.
I do. I
You
try.
don't need to
I
try.
try.
You are. Oh, we got a little fish on.
It's all about the VR,
About
baby.
the VR, baby. You got one on, Tess? You caught one?
No, I ain't got nothing.
What?
No one's
You
biting
might
nothing.
need to change your bait. What bait have you got? Do you know? If you reel it in, you should be able to look.
Probably none.
Yeah,
Like I
no,
keep
there's
telling
definitely
you.
bait on it.
Like I keep telling you, probably
If you
nothing.
click on it, if you,
You tell me if there's any
Yeah,
bait
no,
on
you
that
definitely-
line.
it should be all right.
To me, it looked like a hook.
Yeah, I think it.
What am I using? Hang on, see?
So if you use the left controller and press one of the buttons, one brings up your.
Oh, I brought out the
Yeah.
right one, but yeah. But I'm using a spinning rod with.
So what
It looks like I've only got a spoon. It looks like I've got a spinning rod.
The
and a
Scottish
spoon.
Gamer VR
spoon?
said, LOL guys, I think I'll struggle putting anything together guys. Hopefully you will be able to see what I mean when your stream's finished guys.
Oh, dear.
Off to bed up in 6 hours for work, all the best guys.
Cheers, Scottish.
What's the matter?
He thinks the old stream's a little bit iffy. Unfortunately.
All right. Okay. No worries.
Okay. So what have you got?
All right. Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
a spoon, as in the
Yeah.
lure or whatever, and I'm using a freshwater spinning reel A.
So spoon. So yeah, you're only going to have.
I've only got
Yeah,
a
but
spoon. I
that
don't
still
have
can
anything
catch everything. So it's just a case of if you cast in a different direction, you will find something. You just if you go that way and you get nothing,
Yeah.
just cast out in a different direction.
There's fish out there. I can see the fish on my
Yeah.
find that.
And what colour are they?
Here. Down to here.
What colour are the fish?
Oh, they're all different colours.
The
Yeah, orange, green,
yeah,
yellow.
the green and yellows you'll catch. The orange you should be able to
Alright.
catch. The red ones you can't catch because you haven't got the right bait for them.
All right. Well, I might have had something, but
Yeah.
it got away, I think. I'll stick out there.
Well, there's a bit of a storm brewing, Taz.
There's a storm coming,
Yeah.
Mr. Wayne.
I don't think I've caught a fish in this level yet, have I? I've let every single one go. And I'm doing it again. What is going on with me? I've forgotten how to play the game, Taz. It's about catching fish, isn't it?
Oh. You got
Yeah, I've
something on
caught
your-
one.
on
I
your-
finally got one.
Shugga said, I struggled on level 17.
Ah,
There you go. Whee!
level 17. Yes, this is level 17.
A thread and butterfly.
Yeah, that's lovely. I'm keeping that for my tank. Yeah, this is level 17. It's you can get the Mako shark on this one.
Sugar. Oh, yeah. I'm only about level 12, I am, guys, so this is all
You're
really
nearly there, Taz. You're nearly there.
or anything
You
past
keep
14.
catching fish.
I'm nearly there.
Keep catching them. You will level up. And you'll be on.
If you build it,
Yes,
it
if
will
you
come.
build it, they will come. If you catch them, you will level up. It's not as catchy.
If I catch
Yeah.
them, I will. I just haven't got Nick to put it up.
Oh no! Oh no! My mind.
That thing
Yeah.
came out right.
No.
You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah,
it's
yes,
just
I know what
the,
you mean, Taz.
line. I just thought about that after I did it.
Oh no!
We are
Yeah,
in this
definitely.
today, guys.
We're after 9 o'clock. I think we're all right.
Oi.
Come on, Taz. You've got to catch something. You're not leaving this level till you catch
Right,
one.
Sammy, come on. How many you ever bite
Yeah.
by now, though?
It might have been overfished, this area.
Maybe the lightning.
Yeah, it could
putting
be.
them
They're
off.
scared of the wet weather. Oh no, I'm not catching anything now either. What am I using? Ah, let's try the soft bait. So that's what you need to do, Taz. You need to go into the store and buy some more bait, so you can swap between your bait, and then you'll
Alright.
find that different fish.
Like I say, the last catch must
Yeah.
have swiped it.
No. No.
You must have.
If you go into the store and buy some different bait, you'll
Alright. I know, I've not been into the store too much. I need to do
you'll find that you will catch
that.
it.
Just let me know when you want to end the stream.
Yeah, I think when you caught your
Because say we have been streaming for...
3 hours. Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, how about 9? Well, maybe about 10 o'clock was it we started, so maybe 2.5 hours. We're a bit late, guys, because we were trying to work out this focus
Yeah.
thing. But it
Max
didn't quite
us
work for us,
about.
unfortunately.
Never mind. Oh no, I lost the fish.
But we'll work on something,
Yeah,
guys. We've got
Yeah,
some plans.
yeah, we're
so
gonna-
be with us. We'll have a play during the week with the different settings and different
Yeah,
things.
we will
and
get it right.
The next one, you never know. Prepare yourself, episode 3, that's for sure. full of gloriness and thrills galore. What more do you want?
I think Tad's touching a fish. I think that's what I want. I want that video, Taz.
Hey, anyway, go back to this.
Changing the
We need
subject.
to have a look at that glue.
Sorry?
Midwife. Sorry, yeah. We need to have a look at that glue because
Yeah.
looking at glue,
Yeah.
looking at what I've seen, I don't know whether you can
I don't
stream it or
know.
not. You can actually have, like you can bring out pictures
Yeah.
and videos
Okay.
and things in it.
It's certainly something we need to
Between
look at so
audio.
that we're able to do it.
Yeah, we need to have a look at
It's
that.
just whether we can jump into a multiplayer game afterwards.
I got
Jack
away.
Fernandez said,
The
"Are you
difference
going to
is
play
this boy
poker?"
got away.
No,
Oh, come
unfortunately
on,
we
dude.
couldn't get the sound to work. We were planning on it, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. We
were hoping
were
to get-
we had to change
Not
literally,
that he's got an idea on
not
the
last
poker, though.
minute, but 20 minutes after the last
Jack
minute.
Fernandez
Sorry, Jack.
said,
We
Okay.
wanted to. We
tried.
wanted to. It's
We
a
tried.
shame.
It just wasn't working.
We could have done it with no sound at all, which might be the better option. so that we just played cards and nobody heard us. That might work better than this stream. So yeah, we unfortunately had to bail on that, and yeah, we tried everything up to 1 minute it worked, next minute it didn't. So yeah, we couldn't do it. But I think because I messed around with all the settings to try and get that one working, I think it's completely messed this one up as well. So yes, a lesson learnt, I think, is there. Did you get a fish, Taz? Did you catch it?
Yep.
Oh.
He got away. They had a bite at least.
Remember, they're more afraid of you than you are of them.
Oh.
Should we go to a different area so you can catch something? Let's go somewhere else.
We don't want to show off. No?
The next fish off.
I'd rather show off by
after
catching
Taz has caught the next fish, then I think we'll call it a day.
There's only one, two, three.
We call it a day, shall we?
Yeah. Oh, you're changing your
oh hello!
Oh,
You've got your purple shiner.
Right,
I'm gonna have to turn around and face you now. Right, come on.
Oh.
Cat.
Oh, I was going to fish down here. Oh, that's not going to work.
Whoa, well, that's steady. Dilly took my eye out, sir.
I was trying to work out.
No, you won't. It goes. No.
Oh, it doesn't.
It won't.
Oh, no, it won't.
It
only goes that way.
Only goes in front of us.
Okay. I wanted to get in between our boat. I was going to see what was there.
There's water. That's.
Until your boat disappeared. But no, the level of realism on the boat.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of detail they've gone into on
like the motor.
You know, the boats, the locations, the animations of it, the way it bobs up and down, and the sound of the water. It's incredible.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The effects and everything are all top notch.
I'm not catching anything now.
Let us know if anyone's still watching. Have we got people watching? We got 3. Let us know, peeps, if there's anything you guys want us to try and get and do in multiplayer. You know, like what we're trying to achieve here. Let us know in the chat so that we've got some ideas as well.
Oh, there's plenty of games out there. It's just finding them. Blaston was one that we tried early last week, and again, it's got fantastic locations and the sound works fine, but there's no private lobbies. No, so there was no way for us to do the show, unfortunately, because that would have been.
But there are some neat titles out there, guys.
Which is what we wanted to do, really. That's what we were about. Is all the different multiplayer experiences that you can play with your friends or complete strangers. Because there's probably about 15, 20 multiplayer games out there, and they're all good fun to play. If you got one, this could be our last one, Taz.
Well,
if you can land it, that's going to be it for tonight. Go on, Taz. Tazzy, 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 Tazzy. Shh, you'll scare the fish. Go on, go on. Yes! You got a fat greenling.
I can't touch it and hold it, look.
Okay, everyone.
There you go. Look at that. There you go.
Yay! Touch it. Oh, he kissed the fish. He kissed the fish. He's kissed the fishy. Okay, everyone, we are going to finally end the stream there. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for staying with us, more importantly. Hope you liked it. Hope you got some enjoyment out of it.
Worries.
Leave some comments, some tips. Anybody that knows how to get sound working and what works well in a stream, I appreciate any help at the moment. And yes, we will see you all in episode 3 in a couple of weeks' time. And now we are going to leave you with the trailer for The Climb and the outro. We'll catch you all again very soon. Take care.
Fantastic.
Stay safe.
Thanks
Thank you for watching.
Ta-ta,
Bye-bye.
folks.
Dyson said. Cheers midlife, tax, Scottish.
Achieved with CryEngine.